All right, so this is just going to be a kind of a not a review, but like a reaction, I guess, because I don't want this to be too academic. That's not who I want to be for this video, or really YouTube in any case, because that just chokes down your audience. But in reading Genesis, this is how um, a consumer, I'm definitely not a typical consumer, but a consumer could, um, I guess, react to it as a piece of literature. Obviously, Genesis covers the primeval history before the Exodus, right? It features stories like creation, the fall of man, the flood, the Abrahamic covenant, events that occur at places like Sodom and Gomorrah, and the life of not only Abraham, but Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph, and furthermore, the 12 tribes. My favorite part has to be the Abrahamic covenant. I just feel like as a literary device, if it doesn't happen, especially the way it's stated or the way it's made out in the text, then Judaism doesn't look like anything like what we know it as, what we know it is today. And Christianity doesn't really have a reason to exist. Without the Abrahamic covenant, we don't get the Torah. And furthermore, we don't get anything like the Bible, it would seem, or Christianity either. And so, as a literary device, um, that's probably my favorite part of Genesis, just simply how important Abraham's life in the text is. Furthermore, when reading Genesis, you notice a lot of Mesopotamian themes, right? Mesopotamia is mentioned at least a dozen times. I've counted the specific number before, but definitely at least a dozen. And we also, so yeah, those themes were very interesting to run in on because anyone who's read, the creation story and knows about um, what's that thing called again? It's called the Epic of Gilgamesh. Anybody familiar with the Epic of Gilgamesh can see the Mesopotamian themes in Genesis. And so I just thought that was really interesting to kind of come across and really uncover. If I wanted to kind of crawl over the text, that would take years. That's not something I have the patience entirely to do, right? But I do hope that this video is a good starter to a series through all 66 books. Overall, Genesis is pretty interesting, and especially the stories. I think the stories are the highlight of Genesis overall, as well as the genealogies and the kind of more history-focused elements of it when it comes to um, the origin of Israel, right? Tomorrow I'll make another video kind of this style um, on Exodus. So be tuned for that.